individual who has posted on social media some pretty amazing pictures is Lauren Robertson, who lives in Tangipahoa Parish and also managed to catch some sort of oily rain. She joins us by phone. Lauren, good evening to you. Tell me what we're seeing
Hi.
here.
I'm currently in my parents' yard. We live right off of Highway 10, about 8 miles from the Smitty's plant, and we are still seeing the oily rain here. My mom actually just set out a little jar, and she's already caught a couple inches, and it is near about solid black. So it is still making its way this far, and from her yard, I can still see quite the plume, dark gray. You know, it's still covering most of the sky. You can see it moving through. So.
And you're talking about Wilmer, which would be about 8 miles almost directly due east from the plant, right?
Correct. Correct, yes.
Lauren, you're describing this oily rain. Is there also soot falling? We've seen some other pictures of soot falling from the air, from the sky.
I haven't really noticed the soot, but I do know if I hold my arm out, like right now I'm standing out in the yard and I have the little black dots on it. If I wipe through it, it smears, you know, kind of like an oily residue. And it's coming off of all of our vehicles. It's on my mom's plant. It's on everything right now. So we're trying to move everything out from under the rain.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to have a swimming pool right now, for example.
Definitely not, no.
The way you describe it, it's a pretty good amount, too. It's not like just little specks.
Oh, no, it's a pretty decent amount. Like I said, she set the jar out probably about 20 minutes ago, and she's already caught a couple inches of just black soot, like the oily, you know, whatever it is, it's making it this far.
Were you in the area when this happened? Tell me about how you found out about it or what you saw or heard.
I was not in the area when it happened, but I had actually just driven through about 20 minutes prior to that. I was coming through, came back to my parents' house, and they mentioned something about maybe there was a little fire at the plant. We didn't think it was to this extent. Then my parents loaded up, kind of drove down the road, and that's whenever they saw what all was going on. And me and my mom drove down Highway 10, headed that direction, and my car started getting covered in the oil, and that's when I took that video. So we turned around. Ma'am?
I was going to say, how far is your parents' house from the evacuation zone?
Well, they are just a little over 8 miles exactly from the tracks, from the railroad tracks, and that's right there by Smitty. So
it's about 7
miles.
7.5,
8 miles, yeah.
And did your parents hear any sort of boom?
I will tell you this, we have all been sitting outside for about the last hour, and in the last 20 to 30 minutes, we have heard probably 3 or 4 different very loud booms. I don't know what's going on. I can't see that far, but I know there's still smoke billowing, and there is something that sounds like it keeps exploding. And I really hope that everybody around there is safe.
And so the video, just so we clarify, the video you shot of where you show the roadway, and now we're looking at the side of the truck that has a lot of soot on it, that was in Wilmer, 8 miles away.
Yeah, that was actually, well, it was kind of in between Wilmer and Arcola. It's right by not right before you get to the river bridge.
Okay, so either way, several miles away. What are people saying up there about all this?
Well, they're kind of concerned. I mean, they don't know what's going to happen. We've been told, of course, animals can't drink out of it, and if it's getting in their water and getting on our plants, getting on our vehicles, we don't really know what to expect or how far it's going to continue to come. So it's a toss-up right now.
Nor, for that matter, at this point, there's no indication how long it might last either.
And no, but I mean, it does look bad. What we could see when we did ride back into town earlier, we went through the car wash to wash it off a vehicle, and it got right back on it as we got home. But it looked very bad, and like I said, we're keeping them all in our prayers for sure.
Have there been any other problems with the plant in recent memory?
Honestly, my husband worked there many years ago, and I will not go off into a lot of details. We run a business ourselves, and I know to keep certain things to myself, but safety has always been a big issue there, and the runoff in the ditches has been quite a topic of discussion. And to my knowledge, the DEQ knows about it and kind of wipes that under the rug. So I hate to say it, but something like this was bound to happen as far as safety goes. And again, I hate it. I hate it for people who work there. But I feel like if some preventative measures may have been taken into, effect, maybe they wouldn't be having this today.
Well, actually, our chief investigative reporter, Stephen Stock, was able to pull some EPA reports, recent reports, and found that there have been many violations over the years, some as recently as August 15th.
Yes, that's accurate. It's nothing to drive through on 51 and to see stuff in the ditches. And like I said, when my husband worked there, and I thank God every day that he is no longer there. I'm thankful for the time that he had there because it, kept us fed. But the safety was a very big concern. I was worried near about every day for, if he was going to come home in one piece. So.
Have you talked to anybody who lives within that 1 mile radius that had to be evacuated? Do you know any friends or anybody who live there and who's out of their home tonight?
We actually do. We go to church with some people that live right inside of Roseland, and they are heartbroken because they were asked to leave their home and they had to leave their animals inside. They couldn't grab anything. It's a horrible situation, and they don't really know when they could return.
And where do they go tonight? Do they go to a relative's house or?
I really don't know. I'm sure that they have relatives. I mean, they have family that live around, so I'm sure that they've been taken in and they're okay. But, the concern of they having to walk away immediately, leaving their animals locked inside, if they have medications, if they have valuables in their home, they just had to leave that.
All right, Lauren, our best wishes to you. Hopefully this doesn't last as long as maybe some indications are that it might. We appreciate you sharing the video and your story with us tonight.
Oh, no problem. Thank y'all.
All right, Lauren.